Welcome to Rachel 1919. Second video of the morning. Obviously, this morning was trying to be a good, wee, wholesome one type thing. This is not going to be a long one. It's definitely not. I find myself a bit angry now after this morning. The news came out about Don James. Thankfully, it's looking that it's not too bad. It's not an ACL going by the time. I think Bellamy came out at the Welsh squad and said it was an ankle, and then Graham Smith has tweeted something about it being weeks rather than months, which is a positive, thankfully. We have, if you take James out of it, 4 wingers: Brendan Aronson, Willie Gnonto, Okafor, Jack Harrison. Okafor has said prior to coming to Leeds that he prefers to play from the left. Jack Harrison is the left-sided player. Willie Gnonto prefers to play from the left, and Brendan has said himself that he believes his best position and where he likes to play is an 8/10, but an 8. I don't know what world he lives in, because if he thinks he's an 8 in the Premier League, there's something surely wrong with him, because he's definitely not an 8. My point being, out of the 4 wingers that we have, not one of them are a right-sided midfielder. With Don James out for any amount of time now, we have no out-and-out winger. What concerns me about that is we had a chance. It's called a transfer window in the summer to go out and sign players. In actual fact, we went to a number of players and tried to sign them. And this is where I believe the 49ers have responsibility to Daniel Farke, to the club, and to obviously to the fans as well. Whatever happens with Don James, somebody has to come out and explain what went on in the last 2 weeks of that transfer window. Because I made a video about Adam Underwood and about, somebody needs to give us an explanation, because we're now at a point where we have a 24-man squad in the Premier League. We've not been able to fulfill a 25-man squad. So we have one of the smallest squads in the league. In that 24-man squad that we have, we've got 4 goalkeepers, which means we have 20-man outfield squad. Now Don James is injured, we have 19 men, 19 outfield players. We have Byram, who, look, I like Byram, he's a Leeds lad and all the rest, but he's not at the level, who can cover at left back. If something happened Goodmanson, we're screwed. Yes, we can play James Justin across at left and cover and all that, but square pegs and round holes when you have a 25-man squad in the Premier League is not acceptable. My main concern is moving forward. Willie Gnonto's injured. How injured is he? We don't know. I hope he's back. I hope he's fit. We don't know how injured Dan is. We have 13 games, I think it is, before the next transfer window opens. So the situation is this. We go into the free signings, the free agent market, and we bring somebody in from now to the end of the season. Hakim Ziyech is still there, by the way. He's 32. He has to play. He's a Moroccan international. He's played in the Premier League before. We just need, people will say, but he's going to the African Cup of Nations. Yeah, but we have 13 games from now to then. We need to bring somebody in that is a winger, that can play from the right. Is Ziyech better than the right winger that we currently have available? Yes, because we don't have one. My main concern about this is nobody at the club has come out at all and spoke about the transfer deadline day, or the week prior, or a couple of weeks prior to the deadline day. Not one. Farke is sitting there in the media and he's glossing over it because we have a decent results. And we have to be positive, because I think there's so many things to be positive about. But to have Daniel Farke I'll ask the fans this. If Daniel Farka goes in a bad run of form here, is it his fault or is it the club's fault? Is it the 49ers for not backing him? Because I'm going to hark back to a very specific point here. DCL come in, very good player, could be worth 40 million plus if he has a really good season. Could go to the World Cup as well. However, we got him for nothing. So there's zero investment, just wages. Nemacha, no investment, just wages. Okafor, 12 to 15 million, somewhere in that range. We didn't sign any other attacking players. Where's the money? Where's the explanation of what happened? I don't care about Pezzo. I don't care about Muniz. I want to know what's going on. I want to know where we are going. We have 13 games. If Farka can keep us up above that waterline and we don't get too many injuries, don't get any suspensions or silly yellow cards or things like that, and they build up and you get get your suspension, then we'll be okay. I have no problem with the keeper, no problem with the defence, no problem with the central midfield. My serious concerns is the fitness of our strikers. Is Okafor, we know he has a history of injury. Dan James is out now. Willie's got a history of injury and he is out at the minute. Whether he comes back, we don't know for the next game. That leaves Brendan that's going to be able to play on the right and Jack Harrison. We are massively under strength. Massively. And at this point, I'm just angry. I'm not angry with Dan, obviously. I love the man, but I'm just angry with the 49ers because it's got to a point now where I think people have to realise that we've been shortchanged. Farka's been shortchanged. They've tried to do the Wilson deal, Harry Wilson, the last day of the window by trying to undercut Fulham. £7 million. Listen, Wilson's getting out of contract end of the season. Go back to Fulham now. Make them an offer now. Agree the deal now for the 1st of January. For the day that the window opens, make that deal now. Agree the figure now. Get it done. People will say, well, we can get better. No, we can't. We obviously can't because the people that are in charge are inept. Because they've tried so many different deals and they kept going down and down and down and down the list. And eventually you got a deal with Harry Wilson and then they tried to undercut Fulham. Or they tried to take the piss out of Fulham. And Fulham are a Premier League team. They don't need to be... You don't take the piss out of a Premier League team. You pay the money. If they ask for 8 million, pay the 8 million. If they ask for 10 million, pay the 10 million. Pissing about with 7 million or saving a million here or there. Just get it done. If you want to survive in this league, you've got to be cutthroat. We have to invest in the wings. We have to invest in the wings. We have to invest up front. We don't have a 10. Perot doesn't count in the league. That's why I haven't mentioned Perot. Because he's not good enough as a 10. His touch is woeful. He has no pace. He doesn't compete against the physical defenders and he can't get beyond the defenders. I personally, if it was me, at this point, I would sell Perot. If I have to raise funds, sell Perot. Try and bring in a Josh Sargent. People will argue with that, but at the end of the day, the man is physical. He runs the flanks. He can battle against the centre half. He does the things that Perot doesn't do. In the championship, Perot gets away with it because he can finish. But so does Sargent. He finishes, but he also runs the wings. Josh Sargent has 5 goals in 7 games. Not even a quarter of the season in the championship, 7 games. If he keeps going the way he's going and he stays fit at the end of the season, he's going to be on 25 plus goals this season. The man is a goal scoring machine at that level. Why we can't look at somebody like him? I'm not saying he's your number one. He could be back up to DCL alongside with Nemacha. Harry Wilson, we need somebody better than him as well. But at least he could be back up to Dan James, at least the rest of the season if we get him in the 1st of January. My point is, I'm just annoyed. I don't think we're getting answers. I don't think we will. I think the 49ers are cards. We definitely we have to question them now. Like, if we get another couple of injuries, especially to our forward sort of thinking players, we could be in bother. Harry Gray has got to be in our squad for the Spurs game. I think that's just inevitable. There's a couple of them young lads, Pickles and all, coming through. We're going to have to utilise them. We have 13 games. If we get injuries and suspensions, then boys, we're going to be relying on our young lads again. And they may come through and do well, but you have to ask the question of Farga. What were you doing with Ramrazani? What were you doing? We don't have a callback. We can't recall him. It begs two questions. What the hell was Farka thinking with him? And what was Farka promised by the 49ers? There's no way Farka lets Ramrazani go out if we don't have any other cover. None. There's no way Daniel Farka wants to start the Premier League season with 4 keepers in his 25-man squad. It can't even fill the 25-man squad. There's no chance. That comes down to the 49ers. So what did they promise him? Look, I'm not going to go into any further detail. I said it wouldn't be long. I'm not going to stay on any longer. Like, comment, subscribe. Give me any comments you want. I'll come back. We'll see what the crack is. Hopefully it works out. We'll see. But heads up. Remember, everybody's got an opinion. This is just mine. All opinions are like our souls before God. MOT.